Seiko Week continues here on Escapement and Watch. Falling Titan here. Today we're looking at the Shogun. But first, some exciting news. A month and a half ago, I shared that me and my wife are having a baby. And today, we found out it's a girl. Thank you. If you want to support the channel or Baby Titan, donations are accepted at coffee.com. Now the disadvantage of this, if it was a boy, I would have an excuse to buy an expensive timepiece so I can pass it down to him in the far, 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 far future.
But now, because it's a girl, I get to buy my Cartier bracelet.
Cartier bracelet. Great. Let's begin by thanking Kavar Jewelers for lending this beautiful watch into the channel. If you want to buy it, email me in the description below and I'll give you a discount code. Now, introducing the second generation Seiko Shogun SPB189, a full titanium professional dive watch. Beautiful looks. If you're a fan of the old Shogun, you're gonna be a fan of this one. It is basically unchanged, the case. I couldn't 100% confirm it because I don't have one on me, but I did review one a while ago. Guys, go back and check my first Seiko Shogun review. We changed out the hard legs. It was all scratched up. I believe I showed it scratched up. And, or was that my Sumo one? I don't know. But there is a link in the description of that video of how the Shogun got its name. On the watch forums, Watch You Seek, there was a guy named, I think, Cubby Pants or Chubby Pants. He is now banned, status banned, but he coined the term Shogun. He was the first one to call it that. And it was one of Seiko's first expensive divers or jump into more premium products. And there was a lot of heat going on back then. It's funny to read those decade-old threads and see the watch community's mindset back then and how it compares to the mindset of today. So go back to find my old video and check out that link. It's very interesting. That's the history of the Shogun, basically. It is a modern dive watch, began in 07, 08, not like the iconic SKX, Willard, 62 Mass, Marine Master, 200, which takes its, of course, inspiration from the 67, 68 Marine Master. So this one is a modern dive watch in the Seiko lineup, like the Samurai, like the Shogun. But nonetheless, it's still beautiful, and it is all titanium. Let's check out the K-shape. Beautiful brushing. Seiko working with titanium like it's stainless steel, making it look easy. The brushing is unheard of. It just looks stunning. And on the top of the lugs, in the mid case, there's a high polish edge that is so beautifully done. It's a stunner. And on the other side, it's the same. And then it travels along those crown guards. What a beautiful effect. The rest of the case is all brushed, except for the very bottom, there is high polish. But it is such a stunning shape. It reminds me of the Samurai, but a little bit more sleek. And again, it's in full titanium. That's what's impressive. Now, the movement. We have the 6R35A, 21.6 VPH, 24 joules hack hand wind, 70 hours of power reserve, and it is an automatic movement. Now let's check out those measurements. This one's a big one. 43.5 in diameter. These are what I got with my calipers. Thickness of 12.5. That's not including that Hokusai wave that sticks out just a little bit. If you include that wave, you're gonna get about a mil extra. So I took it from like there. Now the lug to lug, the most important, 50.8 millimeters. So pretty long. It's a big one. And a lot of people like that big diver look. So that's why these are still popular. However, for me, unfortunately, my 6.5-inch wrist, this thing, a little too big. Now, let's check out the bezel and the bezel insert. The first gen had an aluminum insert. This one apparently is titanium. So I'm going to get a confirmation or try to from SEIKO, but apparently it's titanium bezel, titanium insert. So that's another upgrade. Sounds pretty good. Feels pretty good. A little bit light compared to, let's say, the steel ones, of course, because it is titanium, but it's pretty good. Usually titanium bezels have a little bit of a rattly sound. This one, a little bit better. And that insert is a two-tone. We have from 12 to 15, it's black. And then from 15 to 60, beautiful bronze that kind of fades into gray. It's pretty stunning. I don't know, what do you guys think? You like the two-tone bezels, or do you like just one solid color? Now, the sapphire crystal does have anti-reflective coating. So that's an upgrade over the old one with the Hardlex, and it has a Cyclops. Very divisive feature. A lot of you do not like the Cyclops, but some of you do. And under that Cyclops, you can see it's a black date window with white text for the number. So very nice. Legibility is a little bit difficult with that black date wheel. I think I might actually prefer a white date wheel in this case. Unless SEIKO ups that anti-reflective coating on that Cyclops by tenfold, I think we need a white one because it's kind of hard to read. I had difficulty while trying to read it. Now the dial and hands are all new. The hands have that beautiful half brushed, half polished look with a facet in the middle dividing the hands perfectly in half. So we have the hour hand that's an arrow, similar to the first gen, which used monster style hands. So this is a more sleek, slimmed down, trimmed down version. And same for the minute hand, trimmed down, slimmed down, beautifully done. And they didn't forget the ends of the hands. Sometimes the watch hands at the back are forgotten about, but these ones are nicely tapered at the back of the hands. So the hands are a big plus for me. The dial, it reminds me of the second generation monster, and this is the second generation sumo. It has those fang teeth indices, but they're a little bit thinner than the monster. What do you guys think? It is a nice look. It has grown on me. At first, I preferred the first gen Shogun, and I was like, no. But after spending some time with it, I can see where they're going, and it is more cohesive. So I'm starting to like the new dial a little bit more than the old dial. But at first, I was a fan of the first gen Shogun more than this one. Now, the price. 1,800 USD roughly, and 1995 Canadian. That's the RRP, and that's a steep one. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people are not going to be a fan. Now, the original Shogun started out at 1,200 RRP. So about a $600 USD price jump. And what are you getting? The titanium insert, still to be confirmed. You're losing the signed crown, so it's a negative. You're getting a little bit upgraded movement, 6R15 to 6R35. So you're going to a little bit more power reserve. Sapphire crystal, all new dial design, and all new hands, and that black date window. The rest is basically the same. So this one is tough for me to recommend. If I was into the Shogun, I do love it, but it's too big for me. But so if I wanted a Shogun, I think I would grab the first gen, which is trending right now, brand new. The leftover inventory about 900. So about 50% off. So that's a crazy, that's why this is hard to recommend, because the price is so high on it. And of course, on this one, all the other 6 ones that I got in were perfect, but this one has the misaligned chaptering, and I can't ignore it no matter what I do. This one's badly done. I could fix it myself, but no one should have to fix their brand new watch. So that's unfortunate. Come on, SEIKO. The old Shoguns, I didn't see any issues with the chapter rings. How did the QC go down? I have no idea. So SEIKO probably rushing these out, and if you gotta have the latest and greatest Shogun, then yeah, get it. But right now, it's tough for me to recommend. All right, guys, so that's my honest assessment because of the price, and it's a bit high. And I'm always going to be honest with you guys, and I'm always going to bash Seiko whenever I get the chance because, yes, I love Seiko. It's my favorite brand. But I'm allowed to bash them because when I see mistakes, I'm going to call them out for it. And that's that. They do a lot of perfect ones. This one was perfect. Perfect alignment, perfect chapter ring, perfect bezel, and 0 seconds a day. So they do perfect ones, but they also do not perfect ones. So I have to call them out on it. And I'm always going to be honest. No matter what, my reviews are the most important thing to me. And that's it. So let's check it out next to the new MM200. Beautiful. This is a nice 2-diver collection. Stainless steel and titanium. With all that being said, I do think it is a beautiful diver. And it could be a must-have if you love titanium. I'm a big fan of titanium. I actually have a new titanium watch coming in soon. I'm not going to tell you guys which, but I will show you most likely in a video in a month or two. Damn. Still a beautiful watch. I'm a fan of it. Just not a fan of the price. And the chapter ring is bugging me. Okay, let's do a wrist shot. All titanium. The bracelet, I forgot to mention, 4 micro adjusts. These are all solid, and I believe it's push pins. It could be pins and collars. I've never sized it. Solid end links. Guys, let me know down in the comments. The first gen Sumo owners, do you guys have, was it push pins as well? Because I'm sure it's the same bracelet. Okay, 6.5 inch wrist. What do you guys think? It's pretty good. A little bit too big, but it has that Seiko magic where I could pull it off. And that 12.5 thickness is amazing. Ah, man, it wears great. Yeah, it looks amazing. The style on this watch is killer. It's just killer. I really like it. This is titanium, so that's why it's not going to be milled. Apparently, titanium is hard to work with, hard to mill out. Okay, guys, I forgot to mention that rose gold seconds hand. A nice splash of color in a monotone dial. Beautiful. Almost matches, I guess, the insert. Maybe that's what they were going for. But the insert's a little bit more bronzy grayish to me. But nonetheless, it still looks great with that little bit of color added. It's a subtle touch and it's a cool one. That is very nice. The rose gold seconds hand. I love it. Okay, let's check out the weight. All right, 120 grams with no links removed. That's a full titanium. That's amazing. I'm a fan of lightweight watches. Let's try the new Marine Master 187, SPB 187. And it's 187 grams. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so as you can see, about, what was it? 187, and this was 120. So about 67 grams lighter. Pretty impressive. That's the power of titanium. Loving it. Okay, let's go. We got the right angle of attack, and let's go. Okay, plus 12 seconds a day. We always ignore the first number because that's when the machine just starts up and it means nothing, okay? So there we go, plus 3 seconds a day. Looking a little bit better, a little bit of a weak amplitude at 262 and 0.3 milliseconds in beat error. Not bad at the 3 seconds, but a little bit high beat error at the 0.3 milliseconds. Amplitude just rised a little bit. Oh, and we hit 0 seconds a day. Okay, we're gonna go 4 more cycles and call it whatever it is. 2 seconds a day, 270 amplitude. Two more rounds, plus 6 seconds a day. Now this is a new movement, it needs to break in. Let's see, the final number, plus 6. All right, so we got plus 3 when we first started after the crazy 12 number. And maybe that's what this movement is at. Okay, went back to +3. So if we leave this for 30 minutes, which we should, it'll probably settle at +3. Oh, it just went to 1. Yeah, but it'll probably settle around at +3. So excellent rating from this movement. All right, there it is. Seiko Lume Bright does not disappoint. Look at the new hands. Beautiful. I love the shape of the new hands. They might be a little too slim for this 44mm case size. Stylistically. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's awesome. All right, let's compare it with the MM right here. Why not? So basically the same lume as the new MM200, MMR, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful. Seiko Lume Bright. Can't complain. This is what we love. Seiko always delivers. Okay, here it is under some half lighting. It is a beautiful dive watch. ISO certified, true professional diver, made out of titanium. So it is a stunner. The case shape is amazing and it's lightweight, going to be comfortable for all day wear. However, the stuff I mentioned before, the price, a little bit of QC issue with that chapter ring, needs a new chapter ring. If it was a little bit cheaper and the chapter ring was perfect, then I would have a different tone right now, but it is what it is. But if you still got to have the latest and greatest with the sapphire, the new hands, the new black date wheel, the new dial, and the titanium insert, then you got to have the new Shogun. So for me, a little bit tough to recommend. I think people are gonna gravitate to the last gen and try to pick them up, but pick them up before they're all gone at a 50% discount, basically. But once those are all gone, this one and these new Shoguns will definitely have more appeal because they'll be the only technically affordable Seiko titanium. Because to get a Seiko titanium, you usually have to go into the LX series, and then you're way up in price. So there we have it. Those are my thoughts. I could probably go on for another 30 minutes and it'll just be rambling. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.